We will look at English idioms from the early American colonies that have not changed in 400 years. William Bradford and Edward Winslow, both Pilgrims on the Mayflower in 1620, provide some of the earliest English works on the American colonies at Plymouth Plantation in modern Massachusetts. Let's dive into some of these idioms. I have retained the spellings that were used by William Bradford and Edward Winslow in the 17th century. 400 years ago, you could describe a big event that required much attention as something that occurred with much ado. Similarly, a critical event might be considered so weighty an affair. On the other hand, when a situation was calm, it could be described as all was quiet. But when there was a thunderstorm, things could get very wet and rainy. A person learning English was said to be speaking in broken English. A person, let's say Steve, needs to leave another person in someone else's care. Steve has left him in the custody of someone else. After a string of events, we can conclude by saying that, so after all was done, if someone forgot to mention something, he or she might say, "One thing I forgot." Sometimes business is good, sometimes it is slow. The tide ebbs and flows. When life is busy, we need to stop and rest. When we rest, we refreshed ourselves. Similarly, if a man takes a drink on a hot day, it will cool his thirst. If you went to someone's house and knocked on the door and nobody answered, we would say that person was not at home. Life is sometimes different than what we want, but it is as it is. A person that strictly adheres to rules and regulations is so straight-laced. When times get challenging, tough people can stand on their own legs. By January, we often feel we are in the depth of winter. Finally, after a long day, a man can grab a can of beer. So now you can enjoy some phrases that are identical to the phrases used by the passengers on the Mayflower who arrived in Massachusetts in 1620.